The last video we did, spoiler alert by the way, was the Q50 standard that made 300 horsepower versus the Audi S3. And fair enough, a lot of you guys said, Sam, that doesn't make any sense. We should have the Red Sport. So I thought, well, let's make a part 2. So this time we have come again to test out the Infiniti Q50 Red Sport. So far, it's one of my favorite vehicles because it's surprising, but it's also enjoyable. Special thanks goes to Jim for joining us for another video. In terms of the people that know Infiniti Q50, yes, this model is not the 2021 model, but the engine, transmission, everything else remains the same all the way through. Hasn't received an update. I think the new models, like the 2021 model, has some tech features missing in this one, but overall, they're very much the same. It's the same thing with the Audi S3 on my left side. We have Terrence there. He has been part of our videos before. It was the car that we raced against, the standard Q50 Sport, not the Red Sport. The one that we have for today's video makes 400 horsepower. So we're gonna find out for part 2, since you guys asked, and I thought it would be a good idea, and everybody agreed, which one is faster. Can this take over that and prove that it's actually faster? Because we know with the Q50 standard, it's not as fast as the S3, but nonetheless, let's roll. Okay, Terrence, we're gonna do this in Sport Plus. I have mine. You can put yours in the highest drive mode. I'm assuming you have a dynamic mode, is it? Sorry, which mode?
Dynamic.
Okay, sir, that sounds great. You said you want to turn off the AC. I'm going to turn off the AC on my side as well. I am good to go. We're going to keep this in automatic mode for the transmission. The traction stays on, but we're doing a full launch control, brake boost style. Are you ready, sir?
I can launch without I don't know if I can launch with traction on.
Okay, let's do this with traction on. Sorry, Richard, I didn't hear you.
Control on the Audi only works in sport traction mode.
Okay, sir, you can do that then. That's fine. We can do that, and then on the second run, I'll turn off traction on the Infiniti. But this time, I want to keep mine in Sport Plus. You put your traction off and put in Sport mode, and I'm good to go.
Traction off, right?
Correct. I guess that helps you, right?
All right, I'm hoping to do a little better than I did the last time. Okay. Now we're good. And we're off. Okay, S3's got a bit of a jump on me. There he goes. He's got about a car. Yeah. Looks like he's got this one. Pretty good, but just not good enough. Okay, 50 roll race. 50 roll. Let's see. I am not very good at these. Ready when you are. hold it. Come on, go, 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 go. Yes.
Okay, Terrence, I'm ready on my side. What are we gonna do now in manual shifting? I'm gonna put mine. I know yours, it eventually shifts itself automatically, even though if you try to upshift and downshift yourself, but that's fine, try your best. Mine has a manual mode, windows up, make sure you have it in Sport Plus and make sure you have the traction off. Are you ready, sir? We're gonna do first gear, second gear, 50 kilometers. So do not pass the second gear until that cone, and then we go. So basically first gear move, and then second gear move, and until you get to the cone. Any questions?
Okay, so we're doing a 50 row manual in the second cone, right?
Correct, yeah, 50 roll manual, but only first and second gear.
Sounds good.
Okay, sir, I'm ready to go. This Infiniti is better to leave it in automatic mode than doing manual transmission, because between second and third gear, I got a good shift, and then after it kind of like deep down a little bit because I didn't shift early enough, and that's why you had a bit of a head start. But nonetheless, it's kind of like an equal race, right? In some ways, like I took the first run with. I don't know. It's just you can't say like which one is faster. Right? What was your time with the draggy?
Like the dig or right now?
Sorry, from a dig. The second dig that you did. What was it?
The first 60 was like 4.5, but my quarter mile was like 12.8.
Quarter mile, 12.8. That's pretty good. That's a good time for a car stock. Like that's a really good time. Listen, nonetheless, man, I appreciate you joining us today. On the manual shifting, this car, I screwed up. Well, I don't know if I screwed up. It was just like it didn't want to go when I wanted to. It just kind of like dipped down. So I shifted, and it didn't shift as fast. Infinitis tend to not have the best transmission, but in automatic mode, when Jim was running, he took it on a roll. Correct?
Yeah, because if you're not in manual in this car, it's really hard to get going. But I think it's also because I have a DCT, and that's just like you just have like a regular transmission, so it's like the shifts are a lot quicker.
Thanks for joining us today. I appreciate you coming all the way and then making part 2. I know we did part 1 with you, and you took that one pretty hard, the part 1. This was still an interesting race. I appreciate, man. Thanks again.
Thanks, man. Thank you for having me.
Well, that was it, guys. So on the manual transmission, it's so hard to get these cars correctly, especially this one. This one is better leaving in automatic mode. It will do a better job than in manual mode, because like I went to 6,500 RPM, and this thing has all the way to 9,000 RPM technically, but I went to like 6,500 RPM, and then I shifted, and then he went kind of like, the engine didn't react fast, and it slowed down a bit, hence is why he was going. Otherwise, the cars were up to that point were right beside each other. But nonetheless, it was still interesting to see. It's like, not necessarily the Audi S3 took the whole thing, but it was like 1-1-1-1 kind of thing. But a very close race overall. That's what I'm trying to say. On a roll, this thing is pretty quick too. From a dig, he had a better launch than this. That's the difference. But that was it. I hope you enjoyed it. And thanks to Jim for allowing me to drive his car again. Stay safe. Cheers.